You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. Hello, sir. Good day to you.
John Small, Heidi Small.
Hello, Dan.
Oh, the surrogate parent of my baby to be. For those of you who don't know, I have offered my $1,200 windfall. To pay for, well, John and Heidi to produce an infant that I will raise as my own.
We do make beautiful kids, just so you know.
Seeing a downside, and I realize you may be a little hesitant, but again, at some point, it needs to be all about me.
I'm all for this. We get to do the fun part. You get to do the tough
You
part.
get to do the fun part.
You have a little bit more than I have to.
For instance, I do have two wonderful children.
Yeah.
Yes.
By children, I mean they're grown-ups now.
Yeah. Ours are too.
Because of that, because of the timing of that, for instance, I never got to experience a gender reveal party.
Oh, yeah.
And gosh, that's so important.
They never did those back in the day, did they?
I've seen them on YouTube and whatnot, and I think, how did I miss out on this?
The more I think about it, the more I want to do this.
So there you go. Let's see. Happy birthday this morning to Jessica Lang.
All right.
Okay.
From Cloquet, Minnesota.
Oh, I did not know
Really? I
this.
didn't
And
know
I
that.
actually have a Cloquet, Minnesota story. I'm a Minneapolis kid, and of course, during the summer, I travel up north and fish various lakes. I was fishing in Cloquet, Minnesota one afternoon using a friend's dad's boat,
Okay.
and we got to where we wanted to be, and he said, "Hey, Dan, throw that anchor in," which I did. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't tied off in the boat. It was a brand new anchor.
Oh, no.
which is still at the bottom of a lake. It was in 1982, and his dad, Gary, who unfortunately passed away years ago. I meant to pay him. But
You don't owe him an anchor anymore, is what you're saying?
oh, gosh, what a life I've had. Carmen Electra has a birthday today.
All right. Nice.
Clint Howard.
Yeah, Ron's little brother.
Ron's crazy little brother who actually got his start starring in the TV series Gentle Ben.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, gentleman.
Yeah. Crispin Glover, who's completely insane.
He kind of is. Yeah,
Yes.
from what I read.
From
yeah.
Back to the Future.
Only Back to the Future 1.
His birthday today. Now, the world of sports, it was this day, 2008. Danica Sue Patrick, wins the Indy Japan 300. I only bring this up because she would be and is and was the very first female driver in history to win an IndyCar Series
Nice.
race.
Good job, Danica.
Now she's hanging around with Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Social distancing and stuff.
Ended on a down note there, but that's what I'm bringing.
Can't all be good news, Dan. Sorry.
I can't. Goodness gracious.
All right. Coming your way here in a moment. We've got Ranger Dan coming in. We've got some other interesting stuff. And a huge shout out to our latest sponsor, Buck 25 Notaries.
There's been a lot of chatter lately about notaries. Seems they all offer the best deal. But ask yourself, when it comes to notarizing, is the cheapest really the best? Here at Buck &A Notary, we pride ourselves on having the best notaries in the industry. Every member of the Buck &A Notary team has earned Masters of Notary degrees from the best notary colleges and universities in the country. In fact, year after year, the notaries at Buck &A Notary are ranked in the top 10% of all notaries in the National Registry of Notable Notaries. So, sure, Buck &A Notary may cost a little more, but aren't you and your family worth it? Buck &A Notary. Call 933-1980. That's 933-1980. Ask for Heidi Jean. Now, more than ever, you need a credit card that offers what you need. Some cards have high rates. Some have annual fees. Some are just not very good. Usually people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes. You may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card probably won't tell you, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks, run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
You see? I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning,
Ranger Dan.
Hello. Hey.
Is it a Monday or what?
Morning, John. Whatever. Heidi.
Ranger Dan.
Heidi, hi, Heidi, ho, Heidi, 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 Heidi. Wow, my goodness, let me see. You must be part Australian because you're meeting all my qualifications.
Oh, my God.
See what I did there? Hey, it's been a while. Let's say we lean on over and dig through the old fan mail bag here.
Oh,
Things
good. I like fan mail.
building up here
been a
over the
while.
past couple of weeks. So let's see. Here we go. Tear it open. Let us begin. Dear Ranger Dan, absolutely, positively, without a doubt, love your show right to death.
Nice.
Especially now, what with this COVID-19. And I think the writer's referring to the Chinese virus.
Yeah, I think so.
We never miss a broadcast now that we're kind of sequestered over in the old house here with everybody. In fact, we've taken to recording your every single darn episode and now have started a very nice Ranger Dan's Critter Corner digital library.
Oh, wow.
We can share with others, and we can enjoy your shows again and again and again and again.
Nice.
It's been a real blessing, Ranger Dan, and we can't thank you enough for being there for us during these turbulent times. Signed, love you, Marilyn Jean Lundgren. Ha ha, just kidding, that's my maiden name. Again, love you, Marilyn Jean Lindquist.
Okay, that's where I like it. Those Lindquist love you.
Marilyn, what you've just explained to me comes under the heading of what those of us in the business refer to as copyright infringement. That is the use of works protected by a copyright law without permission for usage where such permission is required, thereby infringing certain exclusive rights granted to the copyright holder, that being me, such as the right to reproduce, distribute, display, or perform the protected works.
Amazing you have that memorized.
Copyright holder is typically the work's creator, again, me, or a publisher or other business to whom copyright has been consigned. Copyright holders, me, routinely invoke legal and technological measures to prevent and penalize copyright infringement. Now, Marilyn, what you're looking at is pretty much standard issue up to a $150,000 fine and up to 3 years in prison.
Wow.
Or, just between you and me, Marilyn, you can just go to the Ranger Dan website, click on the New Boat Donation tab, and say $500 can make this whole thing go away. Well, that's all the time we have, little radio rangers. Thanks for tuning in to Ranger Dan's Critter Corner. You know where we're at here. Whatever doesn't kill you probably makes you stronger, except for bears. Bears will kill you every single time. This is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One. Mr. Dan Farris back in the studio here with some news for us today.
Huge push locally and I think nationwide, and you're seeing a lot of it. It's like, okay, so financial this, financial that. Some people getting checks for this, that, the other thing, and it's a huge deal, man. It's just absolutely crazy. But the big thing is, buy local, at least buy American made,
right.
which certainly over the decades has become more and more difficult to do.
Right.
But and I tripped across a huge listing of materials, products that are still made in America.
Oh, yeah.
And if you've got to want to go out and buy, and you are of that ilk, and I do think it's awfully, awfully important. And here's just kind of a little list of products, and I was not aware of this. because like most people usually buy, well, I'm going to buy this because it's less, or this is handy, or this is whatever. Weber grills are all American made.
Cool. Yeah. Nice.
Airstream trailers.
Oh, yeah.
Which have been cool forever.
Yes.
I'm a big guitar player. Gibson guitars are still American made. Wilson footballs.
Okay.
KitchenAid mixers.
Oh, yeah.
Fiesta tableware.
I love that stuff.
Which I see.
I do love that
That is
stuff.
American made. Did you know Crayola crayons are still all American made, which is cool. Stetson hats.
Very cool.
Everybody wears sneakers, right?
Right.
I have trouble. Did you know
Crocs.
that New Balance are still American made?
Nice.
Not know that.
There you go. So if you're looking for, some walking shoes, some running shoes, whatever, New Balance are American made. Burt's Bees personal care products.
Nice.
I buy that stuff.
Zippo lighters. Even if you're not a smoker, Zippo lighters are cool. Everyone
like
should have a
Zippos.
Zippo.
Yes.
Louisville Slugger baseball bats. Benjamin Moore paints.
Okay.
Auric vacuum cleaners. And I have some right here in my hand, a little tab of them. Post-it notes are American made.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I love Post-it
3M,
notes.
yeah.
Pyrex glassware.
Cool.
Igloo coolers.
Oh, nice.
As we get into summertime here, Igloo are American made. And I love this. They have a beautiful array of ladies' undies starting at just $15. Hanky-panky lingerie.
Oh, really?
Hanky panky.
Never
I've
heard
never
of
even
such a
heard
thing.
of that one.
Well, you have now.
I have now, and
You
it's
got to ask
American made.
yourself, how does Dan know this? I'll thank you to stay out of my personal business.
I just, looking at their website, I see you do have a testimonial.
Being a Yelp reviewer, highly recommend 5 stars.
No, that's really cool. Thank you for that list.
That's hanky-panky laundry. I'll be fine. We'll just rebalance the meds and I'll move on.
Okay. Well, very, very nice. Yeah, all those American-made items. Coming up here in just a moment, going to be doing a thing called the Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week. That's on the way.
Anybody else about ready for a vacation?
This October, we're going to Cancun for an amazing event called The Sands.
Awesome music from Billy Idol, Belinda Carlisle, Cheap Trick, and so many more.
This event happens at the end of October, so when everything blows over, we're all going to need a vacation. So join us for this one.
We've been to this event the last 3 years, met some amazing people, and it is so much fun.
Get all of the information and get your spot reserved to join us at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Time now for your Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week. I look forward to this little theme song.
I have a great guy this time.
Yeah. Well, we
he
always have great guys. We have
helped
great people.
us out when we were in a jam with the station vehicle.
Why are you pointing at me?
He managed to get a flat tire out in the middle of nowhere. And Casey from Ready Towing.
Yeah.
Came
I know
and saved the
Casey.
day and
boss.
towed our vehicle so we could get a new tire.
Little known fact, he's from the same hometown that I'm from.
Really?
I've known him for a long time. Good
Didn't
guy.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ready Towing. Casey saved me, I want to say, oh my gosh, about 6 years ago with my Mustang. Bailed me out of a jam too. So
He's a good dude.
Yeah. So out there serving the people in this bizarre time that we live in.
So
awesome.
here's how we came in contact with them recently. I don't know how I did it, but somehow I blew a tire on the Sunny Hummer. And I went to air it up. And the air just blew right through because it was a pretty big hole.
It was destroyed.
So we had to get the vehicle to Tire Motive. We're like, how are we going to get it there? And we reached out to the folks at Ready Towing. Dan is the one that called. He said, I could save the day. So big thank you to Dan for making the call, and a huge thank you to Casey for getting us there. And also want to say thank you to Maverick Recruiting. They're the sponsor of our Top Gun of the Week. We do this every Monday at this time. And what we do here is we hand the mic over to Heidi, and she kind of highlights somebody who's going above and beyond to be awesome, like a Top Gun would. And if you happen to be a person looking for a new business opportunity or saying, hey, I'm looking for a new employment opportunity, you can reach out to maverickrecruiting.com. And even if you don't see on that website, if you don't see a job that's the right fit for you, still reach out to them because they don't have all of the jobs listed on there. But it doesn't cost you anything as a person seeking employment. MaverickRecruiting.com. Now, if you're a person looking to hire somebody, there is a fee for you. But the good news is they help you find awesome people.
That's right.
And think of what that's going to save you. So reach out and get all the details. Our friend John at MaverickRecruiting.com.
It's a tough time, but we will get through this together. If you have the means, we encourage you to participate in the gift card challenge. That's a simple thing you can do to help people around you. Just buy a gift card from one of your favorite local businesses, then use it when things get back to normal. Or be a rock star and give it to someone working on the front lines to keep us safe. Either way, when you buy the gift card, post a photo on social media with hashtag giftcardchallenge. Learn more at giftcardchallenge.org.
Time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Because celebrities are fabulous. We wouldn't know what to do without them. I keep talking about this because, man, it's just been crazy. That Netflix series, this Tiger King thing, viewership of over 30 million people every episode.
I ain't one of them.
Now, apparently there's a movie in the works, and who knows, there'll probably be a Broadway play. I have no idea.
Probably a musical for sure.
But this little dude, this little Dylan Passage guy, who is apparently a Joe Exotic's third husband, has been making the talk show circuits. In fact, he was doing a big national radio thing in Australia.
So I could probably get him on the John and Heidi Show?
I don't doubt it. Apparently he's not doing much.
He ain't shy then.
But the buzz was, because, Joe's doing time. He's serving 22 years.
I don't think he's going to serve that long.
In the pen. And rumor was, according to they were talking about it, that it looks like Joe may be having relationships while he's in the Gray Bar Motel.
Oh.
That was brought up to his husband, Dylan, who said, I'm not really sure if that is the case, and as disturbing as that would be, I will say right now that I will not leave him. I will wait for him regardless. And so he doesn't know. So
even if he's cheating on you.
Joe Exotic. Prison. If I were a betting man, not even quite sure how this is a question. But again, love does conquer all, and I wish you all the very best.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I agree with that.
All right.
Thank you, Dan. Every day just gets more bizarre in here, doesn't it? Did you ever think we'd be having this kind of conversation?
Oh, God.
But during this odd time in our nation, all of a sudden, this makes more sense than anything else.
It does. Well, to carry on here, Dylan, this guy, the husband, says, we were talking 3 to 5 times a week. He says, but apparently Joe got moved to a different part of the prison or something, and now he says he doesn't get to talk to him much at all. But
that's too bad.
I don't know. It's kind of like, honey, I got to work late again tonight.
Sure, you're in a different part of the prison.
Again, I don't want to cast aspersion on anybody here because you're all very solid individuals. So.
Absolutely. Well, Dan, speaking of solid individuals, we appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, I'm just going to ankle down the road here.
For those of you that missed the beginning of the program, he wants us to have a baby, and he wants to buy it from us. So,
I am not seeing a downside here.
Again, the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by Buck25 Notaries.
There's been a lot of chatter lately about notaries. Seems they all offer the best deal. But ask yourself, when it comes to notarizing, is the cheapest really the best? Here at Buck-and-a-Quarter Notary, we pride ourselves on having the best notaries in the industry. Every member of the Buck-and-a-Quarter Notary team has earned Masters of Notary degrees from the best notary colleges and universities in the country. In fact, year after year, the notaries at Buck-and-a-Quarter Notary are ranked in the top 10% of all notaries in the National Registry of Notable Notaries. So, sure, Buck-and-a-Quarter Notary may cost a little more, but aren't you and your family worth it? Buck-and-a-Quarter Notary. Call 933-1980. That's 933-1980. Ask for Heidi Jean. Now, more than ever, you need a credit card that offers what you need. Some cards have high rates. Some have annual fees. Some are just not very good. Usually people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes. You may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card probably won't tell you, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcard.com. BetterCreditCards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Monday, April 20th. The market got another dose of good news. News that helped the S&P 500 post a one-month high. A report on the early results in an experimental trial of an existing drug for the treatment of COVID-19 is positive. According to the study, the drug remdesivir, an antiviral medication, appears to have helped a number of seriously ill patients recover from the illness. While good news, investors are cautioned not to be overly bullish. The trial is still very early in the discovery process, and there are many hurdles to overcome. At best, a true remedy for the COVID-19 pandemic is still 12 months away. Until then, the market's focus is turning to a new age of investing. Investors are shunning equities in favor of blue chip, dividend-paying companies deemed essential to the economy. Among them are the consumer staples we rely on and the tech infrastructures we depend on. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.